point 10, I have added 35 milliliters of 1 molar sodium hydroxide. All right, so we're going to let it react, step 1. I've got to let the weak acid react with a strong base. This is a reaction, not equilibrium. I make the salt, conjugate base of the weak acid, and water. The sodium that would normally be on these two is a spectator. So this would be my NIE. This is going to be a mole table, so millimoles, initial, change, final. So we have 25 from earlier, 35, right? MV. And don't have any of that. And who cares about water? All right, so now we have it. This is not limiting anymore. This is limiting. So you have to watch out for that. You don't have any acid left, so I busted my buffer. And I have 10 millimoles of strong base and 25 millimoles of acid. So step 2 will do it. Concentration of hydroxide is 10 over 35, and 25 is 60. 50, 60, yeah. And that's 1/6 molar. Okay. Concentration of the conjugate base is 25 over 60. So we have 1 divided by 6.17. And this one, 25 over 60, is 0.42 molar. Okay. So figure out what's in your beaker. You have strong base and you have a conjugate base of a weak acid. This you don't care about. The only thing that's going to determine the pH is the strong. The strong base determines the pH. And we'll say, yeah, strong base, sodium hydroxide is strong. Okay, this is the one. That's not going to add. I don't care if it's bigger concentration. This is strong, 100%. Not all of that is going to react. Remember, its KB is so much smaller. So let's compare the KBs, right? This is a strong, that's in your strong list. Strong base, KB, large. It's always going to determine the pH. What's the KB for this? Small. It was 5.6 times 10 to the minus 10. So which one is the stronger base? This one, your strong base. Okay, so that's going to determine the pH. So there is no equilibrium. So step 3 is just get the concentration of that. You already know what it is, 0.17 molar. And the pOH is, there's no equation writing you have to do at all. So if you did that on your 30, you need to go change it to this, because the leftover hydroxide, it was a strong base. You have to let it determine your pH. So the negative log of the hydroxide is the pOH, and that's 0.77. And so the pH then is 14.00 minus 0.77, and the pH is 13.23.